Hey, what's going on, guys? We're going to be going over building a defensive team that's cheap, fast. There will be some that are little, there'll be some that are big. Remember, when you're buying speed, it's not going to be 1,000 coin players, but we've got some that are very cheap, and then we've got some that are a little more expensive, but not crazy expensive. Like, you'll be able to build out your back end relatively cheap and stay competitive and keep up with all these fast cards that are out there, because there's so many fast cards that are just burning past these big slow defensemen, and you're going to need to keep up. So we're going to go over what we're going to do is we're going to start with putting our filters at defenseman and 79 to 85 overall. First up on the board is going to be Quinn Hughes. We're just going to look at his stats. He's 90 speed, 90 acceleration. He is 5'10", but as of right now, that's not a huge deal. Size isn't really being hammered hard right now. And he comes with protector, which will help get his balance and his body checking, his defense, his slap or his shot blocking up, slap shot accuracy. So you can bring him up a little bit to a 77 body check, which isn't great, but his balance coming up to 82. But what we're looking at here is the 90 acceleration and the 90 speed. That's going to help you keep up to your Johnny Gaudreaus, your DeBrinkets, your Cole Caulfields. Sneaky quick forward there that's 80 overall, really cheap. But players like that is who you're trying to keep up to, right? So Quinn Hughes, perfect for that. And we're going to go look at how much he costs on the market. You should be able to get him for around 10K. All right, next one we have up, Harvey. She is a little, like 5'8". That's very small. But again, October, mid-November, you don't need massive players. What you need is the speed to keep up with all these players. 88 acceleration, 86 speed. She will keep up. She plays really fast out there. Slap shot power and accuracy is very lackluster. Like, you're not gonna be ripping bombs from the point where but she will keep up to people flying down the wing, and that's essentially what we're looking for here. Cheap people that can keep that speed going, and Harvey is one of them. We'll see exactly how much she costs, because she should be very cheap, and she is very cheap. 1,500 I found with the cheapest, but you could probably snag her for a K. You could find her if you're patient. Okay, next up we're gonna do Jack Rathbone again. 5'11", not massive, but he's got better size than Hughes and Harvey, so manageable. Another left defenseman, because right-handed defensemen are rare. You got to get the ones you can while you can. 87 acceleration, 86 speed. Again, he will keep up. His accuracy is not great, but he'll keep up in speed. And again, a very cheap card. You can find him in 12 minutes. This guy's probably going to get him for $2,000. Buy now, 2,500. So we'll be conservative and we'll say you can get him for 2,500. Now, Erik Karlsson, IRL. You know, he's been getting worse over the years, but you do with age, right? He has been getting worse, but he's fast. 87 speed, 87 acceleration at 6 foot, 190 pounds, right-handed shot. Exactly what we need. We've locked down 3 left-handers with great speed. We're pulling him in. He could definitely play beside Quinn Hughes, and you guys will be doing just fine. And he is probably about half price that Quinn is. Like, you can find Quinn at 10, 11 grand if you're patient. I bet you can find Erik Karlsson less than 5 if you're patient. Let's take a look and see. Yeah, you can get him under 5 easy. So if you're patient, you might even be able to get him under 4. But 4K for a top pair defenseman. So that's 15K with your top pairing with Hughes and Karlsson. 15K for two guys is dirt cheap. You can come up with 15K just by playing challenges. Like, you can have these two just by doing your X Factor challenges in an hour and a half. And I did a video on X Factor challenges and what my rewards were. You go and check that out. I got great rewards, and I got extremely lucky on my X Factor pull, which made it even better. And always one of my favorite defensemen to get early on, John Klingberg. Right-handed defenseman, and he's fast. 6'3", 190 pounds, 87 speed, 87 acceleration. This card will be great for you. He's got the size, he's got the speed, he somewhat has the shot, and he's very cheap. Like, this card is a very cheap card that you should get on your team immediately, whether you have him or Carlson on your first line with Quinn Hughes, you will not be disappointed. Now we're just going to check to see what his pricing is, because you should be able to get him extremely cheap. $950, 7K by now, but I guarantee you this card here in 37 minutes does not go up to 7K. Somebody will steal this under 5. Guaranteed. You can get him under 5K, easy. Just gotta be patient and buy it at the right time. Now he's not right-handed, so this is going to give you 4 lefties and 3 righties. But Morgan Rielly, 83 overall. You're paying a little bit for the name, but he's 6'1", 220 pounds. You could even pair him with like a John Klingberg or an Erik Karlsson and slide Quinn Hughes down to the second line and be great, right? And Morgan Rielly plays big, he plays quick. He doesn't really have the shot, but nobody really from the blue line is getting it there in any heat right now. And if they do get it there with heat, it doesn't have accuracy. So Morgan Rielly will definitely cap off the defenseman that I think would be great starter defensemen if everyone, you know, you save up. These are the 6 you should put on, and then you don't have to worry about them for a good month and a half. Or maybe you get rewards where you can replace them, and then you do that, right? As you can replace them, you do. But these are cheap options to start filling in these holes that you have silvers and bronzes. And now what does Morgan Rielly go for? Again, you are paying for that Toronto Maple Leaf name and that speed. But like maybe you can get him at 15K. Just like Quinn Hughes, you're paying for the name and he's fast. And he's big. That's huge. He's big and he's got some weight behind him. You can't get speed and size right now. Well, obviously you can, but it's rare. And Morgan Rielly you want on your team. He'll play better than some 85, 86 defensemen that you're gonna be out there finding just to get a high sexy overall. We want speed. We don't care about their overall. Morgan Rielly's your guy. Anyway, guys, that's gonna wrap up that video. Just going over defensemen. I'll go over centers, what centers we want, and wingers, what wingers are gonna help you out in squad battles the most. That'll be the most important. These wingers are cheap and they'll help you get goals in squad battles, and they'll help you win your squad battles to get more rewards so you can improve your team from these base cards. But if you did like the video, guys, I'd appreciate a thumbs up and a comment, maybe, if depending on what you want to see first. I'm not going to do goalies because your goalie is your free X Factor, Jacob Markstrom. I made a completely different video on that. He's year-end, and that's just that. But yeah, if you could subscribe, that'd mean the world to me, and you guys have yourself a wonderful day. Build those teams and get out there grinding.